Welcome to a brand new explainer. Okay, so over our last few sessions, we've analyzed a ton of AI dev tools in theory. But let's be real, theory doesn't ship products, right? Today, we are breaking down the Uplatz masterclass finale. We're going to watch a high-octane workflow that absolutely proves this modern stack is the fastest way to build software. Because let's face it, spending 3 days fighting Webpack configurations, yeah, that's a pain we'd all like to leave in the past. We've got no fluff today, just pure execution. Let's get into it.
Okay, let's dive right into this because 20 minutes is exactly what we have on the clock. The Uplatz masterclass set out with a seriously high-stakes mission to build a fully functional, completely secure, database-backed B2B software-as-a-service app going from a completely blank screen to finished in under 20 minutes. Now, I know, it sounds almost impossible if you're stuck in traditional development timelines. You know, those projects that stretch into weeks or even months just to figure out initial database migrations and get an MVP out the door. But we are definitely not using traditional methods today.
To kick things off, the masterclass uses this exact, highly specific prompt. Build a B2B invoicing dashboard with an authentication screen, a table for past invoices, and a form to create new ones. Connect to Superbase. And that's it. That's literally the starting line. In 2026, we don't start by configuring local environments or writing pages of boilerplate syntax. We bypass all that tedious setup for direct execution. We just state our intent clearly to the machine and let the architecture start forming purely from natural language. It's kind of wild to see in action.
Now, you simply cannot achieve this kind of crazy speed relying on just one isolated tool. The masterclass blueprint relies on the precise orchestration of a three-part framework they call the Interoperability Stack. Step 1 is Lovable, and that's for our 0-to-1 scaffolding. Step 2 is Cursor, where we're going to handle the complex business logic. And Step 3 is Claude Code, which steps in to act as our autonomous QA engineer for rigorous testing. It's really this seamless handoff between these three powerhouses that makes the whole magic happen. All right, Phase 1, 0-to-1. Database and UI scaffolding with Lovable. The digital timer starts ticking right here. We're officially transitioning into the foundational phase of our build, moving from a totally blank canvas to a working application structure in literally seconds. And man, the sheer contrast in developer experience here is staggering. Just look at the 2024 way. A couple years ago, this 0-to-1 phase meant running endless terminal commands like npx create next app, manually configuring Tailwind CSS, and wrestling, sometimes for hours, with connection strings just to get your app talking to your backend. The 2026 way? It's entirely prompt-to-UI generation, alongside automatic database provisioning. You type out what you want, and the boilerplate is just gone, completely bypassed.
Let's look at exactly what Lovable automatically spins up from that single prompt we showed earlier. Almost instantly, it generates a beautiful, working React user interface. But the cool part? It doesn't stop at the front end. It natively provisions a live Superbase backend too. It writes the actual SQL schema for your invoices and invoice_items tables. And perhaps most impressively, at least to me, it automatically configures row-level security. This means right out of the gate, user A absolutely cannot see user B's financial data. It's secure, multi-user financial data handling, generated in the time it takes you to take a sip of coffee. Absolutely brilliant.
So the crucial point here is this absolute golden rule. Never stay locked into a web platform. While visual builders like Lovable are incredible for getting off the ground quickly, you need total code ownership to build a real, scalable business. The masterclass highlights a vital handoff step right here. The developer clicks a single button, and Lovable pushes this pristine, strictly typed code base directly to a private GitHub repository. Boom! You now own the code. Phase 1 is completely done, and we're ready to dive deeper.
Moving on to Phase 2, the business logic. Custom API integrations with Cursor.
Okay, we are now officially entering developer territory. By cloning that freshly minted GitHub repository straight into our local IDE, we're taking the training wheels off. We need to handle hidden backend processes that visual builders just can't process quite yet. We need our application to actually do something complex, right? Like generating a real PDF invoice and emailing it out. So in Cursor's Composer, the developer types this exact command, @docs for resend API. Install JSPDF and resend. Create a server action called sendinvoice.ts. When a user clicks send, generate a PDF buffer in memory and email it to the client. Think about what's happening here. We are dictating highly complex, multi-step back-end logic without manually typing out the syntax. We're commanding the architecture, not laboring over keystrokes.
Cursor acts on this prompts autonomously, but what's really incredible is that it does so with full, complete context. It reads the entire repository we just pulled down from Lovable. It understands the exact shape of that Superbase data model we generated. It automatically runs npm install for the necessary PDF and email packages. It creates the new TypeScript server action file, writes the memory buffer logic, and then actually goes into our front-end React component to hook up the send button to that new back-end action. I mean, it's honestly mind-blowing. The developer simply reviews the diffs and clicks accept all. You maintain total architectural control, while the AI just handles all the heavy lifting.
Which brings us to phase 3, the infrastructure polish, autonomous end-to-end testing with Claude Code. Now, at this point, the app looks great, it saves data securely, and it successfully emails PDFs. But come on, pushing untested code to production is just irresponsible. Writing tests, though, it's traditionally one of the most tedious parts of engineering. But here, the developer deploys Anthropic's Claude Code directly in the command line, essentially as a senior AI engineer. The prompt they use is brilliant. /loop, install Playwright, write an end-to-end test suite, run the tests. If they fail, fix your code. Do not stop until the suite passes. Notice that? We are explicitly instructing the AI to operate completely autonomously. No hand-holding allowed whatsoever.
And this brilliantly illustrates the sheer power of modern terminal agents. Just look at this chronological loop of AI self-correction. Step 1, Claude installs Playwright and writes the initial test files. Step 2, it runs them, but it hits a wall, specifically an error on a mocked auth token. Now, in the past, a developer would have to step in right here, maybe go grab a coffee and spend an hour debugging, but in step 3, Claude reads its own stack trace, diagnoses the issue, and patches the test file entirely autonomously. It's fascinating to watch it work. Finally, step 4. The output confirms 4 out of 4 tests passed, hands completely off the keyboard, and the app is officially production ready.
So, let's look at the big picture. The 2026 developer paradigm, orchestrating the interoperability stack.
In the masterclass, the clock stops at exactly 18 minutes and 14 seconds, from a totally blank screen to a tested, database-backed, secure B2B SaaS application. The shift we are seeing here is profound. The winning developers in 2026 are not the ones who can type syntax the fastest. They're the ones who understand how to orchestrate these distinct paradigms into a cohesive pipeline. You let visual builders like Lovable handle the ideation in boilerplate. You leverage AI IDEs like Cursor for precision logic and third-party APIs. And you delegate the tedious infrastructure and QA stuff to terminal agents like Claude Code. It really is all about pipeline orchestration. But, as the source material rightly points out, simply watching this explainer or watching a masterclass isn't enough. Mastering this stack requires actual building. If you want to move from theory to practice, you have the power to execute this exact 20-minute workflow yourself. Uplatz provides an interactive companion course where you get the source code, the API keys, and step-by-step lab environments to actually get your hands dirty with this stack. You can totally do this.
Which leaves us with one final, very important thought to ponder today. Look at your current daily workflow and honestly ask yourself, are you still just typing code or are you orchestrating pipelines? The future of development belongs to the orchestrators. I really hope this explainer has sparked your curiosity to rethink how you build, and I highly encourage you to explore these tools for yourself. Keep learning, keep adapting, and we'll see you next time.